So you've probably seen the videos. These guys on the Bosu ball doing jump squats, bicep curls at the same time. And it looks super cool on Instagram, and people like it, like, oh, that's so cool, he's so strong, blah, blah, blah. And it's interesting, and it's fun to watch, and it's entertaining, but it's not practical, and it's not even useful. If it's a circus clown doing a little Cirque du Soleil on a Bosu ball workout, that's not doing anything for that person's goal. And for you to do that, it's not doing anything for your goal, because there's what's called training trade-offs, right? If I have to balance at the same time as I'm trying to get stronger with my legs, I'm losing out for one to feed the other, because it's impossible to be both, to get stronger and stable at the same time. Because your body's worrying about balancing, and it can't worry about getting the maximal output in your muscles for strength. Do you see that? So if I'm trying to do a bicep curl at the same time as I'm doing a lunge, I can't bicep curl as much as I can lunge. Like, my legs are stronger than my biceps. So I have to reduce the amount of weight I use so that it challenges my bicep curl while I'm doing my lunge. My legs will get tired because they're moving consistently, but I'm not really challenging them to the effect and to the level I could, because I'm trying to adjust the weight for the bicep curl. So there is things called the training trade-offs, right? So while you're doing your workout, you're limited to the weakest muscle that's working in that movement. And the more you combine movements, the more it's limited to the smaller muscle. And it's not necessarily a bad thing that you're doing this coordination, but my point is that there's a trade-off. And if your goal is to get stronger, if your goal is to build muscle, then you don't really want to initiate with this balancing act, this unstable surface, etc., right? So you want to remember, what's the purpose of this workout? What's the purpose of this actual exercise that you're choosing? And choose the exercise based on that. So if I'm trying to get your legs stronger, there's not a situation where I'm using both your legs and your arms at the same time. The only thing your arms are going to be doing is holding the weight. Because if I'm trying to press the weight over my head, then I'm limited to the amount of weight I can press overhead and not how much I can lunge to the side. So again, there's a little bit of a trade-off. And you'll see sometimes these things on Instagram where somebody's doing multiple things at once, jumping jacks, and then push-ups, and then burpees, and all that's really doing is making that person tired. It might look cool, and you might see these fitness people doing it, but there's no real purpose to it except to tire you out and to use more energy. And I argue that sometimes that makes you too tired, that you can't do the things that are going to have the real effect that you want. And it's the same thing as when someone's trying to do crunches because they want to change the way their stomach looks. Same idea. The exercise is not going to get the intended benefit, and you're actually sort of just wasting that time doing that exercise for no real reason, because it's not going to get any results. So all I want to remind you guys is that all these exercises you choose, it's a trade-off, right? And the longer you exercise, the more you realize that you probably have to be doing the basics on their own, master those, and you can add in some other things. And you might add in the other things to get coordinated, to become more functional, to be able to do things in life that require that balance, etc. But then in the end, you have to choose your exercise based on your goal, and not because the fact that it looks nice on Instagram, not because you saw somebody who you look up to do it, and not because it feels like it looks something special, because there's a trade-off. And it's always limited to the smallest muscle in that chain. So if you're looking to get strong, if you're looking to build muscle, if you have some sort of goal that's not coordination and balance, then that is not the exercise for you. And you have to choose the exercise that lines up with the outcome that you're looking to get. And that's why you have coaches to help you cut through all this noise and support you in choosing those exercises. And sometimes it's the same 40 or so exercises, because that coach understands that less is more in this case. So remember, exercising, there's these trade-offs in training and what you select for your exercises.